Hey, there's a little yellow live in the top right corner, and what does that mean, Morgan?
That's computer talk for we are on live right now on E-MPROV.com, E-MPROV.com. I'm Morgan, and who are you?
I'm Mimi.
That's right, and we are Sheep Meadow together. If you've been watching E-MPROV.com all night, then you know that earlier in the night there was Hector and Lightning Brothers, and there's an archived set from last week from Lightning Brothers as well. But Mimi and I right now are going to do about half an hour of two-person comedy improvisation for you. Normally we're both in New York City, but I'm on vacation right now in Albany, California, in beautiful Northern California. So this is coming to you from two coasts at once via the miracle of improv.com.
Historical.
Probably historical. We haven't checked, but we're pretty sure it's one for the history books.
Yeah.
Mimi, did you want to look at a text for the suggestion to start?
Yeah, I'm going to look at the most recent tweet. Whoa, they're really coming. Boehner versus his emotions. Oh boy, this is a hashtag wars tweet. Better face-offs at midnight. Boehner versus his emotions.
Boehner versus his emotions. Okay.
Jonathan, I asked you not to go into politics. Now look at what's happened to our marriage.
I had no idea that they would delve so deeply into my past doings. Honey, I thought they would have some decency, you know?
I never wanted to know this stuff.
I never wanted you to know this stuff. I never wanted anyone to know this stuff.
We had a rock-solid foundation.
Well,
Our marriage was based on ignorance, and it was working.
It was working. I wish we could just go back to a couple of weeks ago.
I was just thinking that. But all I could see is the images from that YouTube video of you and that
horse. The horse prostitute.
God damn it.
I don't think I feel like a fool. And why did I let them videotape it? It's not like they hid the video camera. I knew they were videotaping me with that horse prostitute.
I mean, she was a beautiful Palomino. Gorgeous, dark mane and gorgeous yellow, gorgeous.
Yet stop. Don't. I mean, let's not. Granted, it's a beautiful creature. And
Are you still seeing her?
No. And I want to emphasize that it was. You've seen the videos, so and there are no further videos. It was strictly sadomasochism. There was no penetration.
I hear you. Just say penetration.
Well, I don't. I feel like if you say things out loud, then they become more true. Like that's the problem. If we could go back 2 weeks where none of this had been said out loud, none of it would be true. We'd have a happy marriage.
I like the horse too.
What are you, honey? What are you saying?
I like the horse too.
You mean you enjoyed the sadomasochistic fantasy role play?
I think I have a crush on the horse. I want to meet her.
Well, we'll back up. On what level? What kind of? Because this wasn't an emotional thing for me. What are you saying?
Jonathan, you're not an emotional person, but I am very emotional.
Excuse me. I'm a wellspring of emotion. I am emotional 24/7.
Yes,
I'm not a robot.
you are very emotional, but these are your emotions. Self-satisfaction.
Yes.
Pomposity.
Okay, if you want to say they're different things, I group them together, but sure.
Egotism.
Yes, absolutely. Very good at that, yes.
And a little bit of chagrin lately.
Lately, yes, but I want to do away with that. I don't like that side of me.
Well, I have a range of emotions. I'm just frankly more romantic than you are, and
You are. You
Gene-
are much more romantic.
Genevieve the Palomino is
Is what?
beautiful.
Is what? Beautiful?
Beautiful.
Granted.
I I think I'm in love with her.
You just saying that to hurt me?
No, but if it hurts you, that's okay, because that would just be like a side benefit, but it's not the primary thing. But I don't mind that I hurt you because you hurt me, and
Yeah.
I really miss my ignorance.
Me too. I miss your ignorance as well.
Plus, it's not just ignorance about you. I had no idea that I could be attracted to a horse, and now I feel like I'm morally unclean somehow.
Oh, well, don't look at it like that. I mean, you like what you like. It's it's your hard wiring.
It's called bestiality for a reason. You wouldn't care.
No, well, okay. I don't mean to nitpick, but I feel like bestiality as a term only comes into play when there is. I feel like if you, yeah, we both know what the word is. We don't need to say it out loud.
You know, you're right. I actually feel better not saying it out loud.
Hey, there, isn't that better? Yeah.
It hurt my heart before when I said it out loud.
There you go. Don't say things out loud that will hurt your heart. I wish
and it hurt my brain.
The press did that. I wish the press lived by that rule. Don't say things out loud if it's going to hurt somebody's heart. Wouldn't it be a better America if the press lived by that rule?
No,
I'm going to write that down. Hold on.
Yes, honey. Put it in your campaign speech.
Well.
Oh, your campaign is over now?
Yeah, Alan was running the numbers. It's not going to happen this term, but people have come back from worse than this.
I think I can go out and make a speech for you that can turn things around.
That would be for this race. You really think that you could say something that would change people's minds enough that I'd have a shot at this race, this term?
I do.
Can you give me a little preview? I mean, what kind of?
Well, just get. I'm going to go get Alan on the phone right now.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I come before you this evening to let you know that my husband, Jonathan Merritt, is the best candidate for Senator of Montana that has ever existed, even in our illustrious history. And yes, things were found out about him.
He fucks horses.
He never did any. We
can't hear you.
He never did any penetration. It was all art and aesthetics and interesting dominant submission games that were completely consensual and okay. And frankly, people of Montana, if I'm okay with it, who are you to judge? And as our Lord said, let he or she who is without sin cast the first stone.
He said just he. He didn't say he or she.
He or she.
No, that's an inaccurate quoting of the Bible.
All right, well.
Why are you changing the Bible?
I apologize. It's just because I'm a woman, and women see things differently, but we may sometimes see things more accurately. We see into the heart. We see into the heart of the matter. Jonathan Merritt, for U.S. Senator from Montana. Thank you.
Oh, honey, that was fantastic. That was such a good speech. I can't believe you did that for me. We are getting a little bit of blowback though on the whole changing the words of the Bible thing. It's not your fault. It's nothing you could have foreseen, but
Well, honey, make a speech about it. You're the man of the family. Put on the pants of the man of the family and make a
Do you
speech.
really think I'm capable of making a good enough speech to turn people around once again?
What happened to your pomposity, egotism, and charisma?
You're absolutely right. I've got a speech to make. I'll be right
Thank
back.
you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of insults have been flying back and forth lately. I'm here to campaign on political issues, on things that matter to people. My opponent has been
Like
making.
fucking horses and
Okay.
screwing the Bible.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me address those one at a time. I think all of you by now have seen my beautiful wife's speech, where she pretty much got rid of that whole horse thing. She made it clear there was no penetration at all, and there was just a go back and watch the speech. I highly recommend it.
Couldn't hear you.
What is it? The microphone? Is it microphone okay? You couldn't hear me?
What
Okay.
What was it about the horse? We couldn't hear you.
That it's all smoothed over now. Go watch the video. My wife made a fantastic speech. It's on YouTube, actually. Ironically, is it ironic?
It's ironic.
I get tripped up. Okay, it is
It's
ironic.
ironic. It's
It's ironic because the whole thing was caused by YouTube. So the thing that vindicates me also being on YouTube. That's ironic. Close enough. So the second thing about the whole misquoting the Bible or rewording the Bible, don't we all do that every day? Don't we just have? I know I have the whole Bible memorized, so it's a lot of words floating around in there. Sometimes I'll just put it into language that helps the people I'm speaking with understand it. Not that they're too stupid to understand.
Quote the
Bible.
Bible.
Very well written.
Bible.
Quote the Bible? I'd be glad to. In the beginning, God said, "Let there be light," and et cetera, et cetera. There's all sorts of wonderful quotes in there. So and so begat so and so begat so and so. It's
Light
all in there.
didn't come until later.
Sorry?
Light was not the first thing. You don't know the Bible.
Oh, no. That's right. It was all was formless and void, and then et cetera, Adam and Eve, Jesus Christ, and now we're here today, and we're here to talk about the important things that matter for this campaign. Now, I think we've successfully gotten rid of that whole unpleasant horse business, and hopefully today my comments have helped you understand that sometimes we need to change what the Bible says because people are not smart enough to understand the original intent of the Bible. Not that, or they are, you know what?
You calling us dumb?
No, not all of you, but clearly, statistically speaking, some of you are dumb. I mean, there's a couple hundred people in this room. It's a little, somebody called the fire warden. It seems overpacked to me. A couple hundred people in this room. Just statistically speaking, I guess half are, have an IQ below 100. If that's, I think that's the way IQ works in statistics. I mean, 100. If that's the median, half of you.
Gladys, I think he is calling us dumb, but you know what?
Okay.
He might be right. He might be right.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Hermione, I think you might be right. I think
Talk amongst yourselves.
Dumb.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yay!
Oh, thank you very much.
Yay!
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Honey, you did an amazing job. I was so impressed.
I was scared there for a little bit, or worried, not scared. I mean, I knew I'm an awesome orator, so I knew I could get them back, but, I was on shaky ground there for a little bit.
Well, that must have added to the drama. It looks like your poll numbers are up higher than ever.
Oh, fantastic. Alan called then?
Alan called.
Great. Yeah, he said he just wants to talk to you because he's a little steamed at me right now. So I guess he'll be speaking to you exclusively for a little while.
Well, I'm okay with that. I've always found Alan to be a gentleman and a charming, charming man. Charming.
We're being honest with each other, right? Honey? Right? We have this rapport now. The whole thing's brought us closer. Be honest with me. Do you find Alan attractive? Do you find him physically attractive?
I do. He's sort of like a human version of a Palomino.
He's got a very horsey quality to him. I agree.
He's got that dark hair and that sandy skin tone.
No, he tans well. Alan tans well. You gotta give that to him. The reason I ask, and shoot this down if this does not resonate with you, I was thinking, what if you cheated on me with Alan? Then I'm the victim, you know?
My
you see where I'm
honey, my honey, my honey. You're trying to whore me out for election results?
Oh, that's a strong word. That's a strong, series of statements. Whore you out. No, a whore implies there's a pimp.
Alan said that to me. Alan used those words to me.
Talking about this scenario or just something?
Yes. And he predicted that you would say this to me.
Alan predicted that I would suggest to you that you sleep with Alan so that I could become the victim.
Yes, and that's why he doesn't want to speak to you.
That's why he's the best in the business. He thinks that's why we pay him. That's why we pay people like him to think of these things and to be 2 steps ahead. He's a brilliant man. He's a really brilliant man.
He told me that he respects me more than you respect me, and now I find
that sly dog.
True.
Do you know what he's doing?
No.
When he's saying those things to you?
No.
He's establishing trust. And then the next time you see him, he's going to be like, oh, we can't do this, but I must do it, and he's going to make a move on you.
But what are you doing? You're breaking trust. I think I have to go speak to Alan. I've got to go. I'm going to go meet with Alan. We have to meet for coffee in a public place where it's safe. Because you've done what he predicted, and I'm upset. I've got to go.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, you know what? You're right. You should go talk to Alan.
Bye.
Bye.
The coffee here is so good.
Isn't it? It's fantastic. I come here all the time.
I'm pretty upset. Jonathan did exactly what you predicted, Alan, and I just don't know where to turn.
Well, you could turn to me.
He predicted that you'd say that.
Well, that was a pretty easy one. I mean, do you have a lot of? You don't have a lot of confidants. He keeps you pretty close. Doesn't let you socialize that much. You were telling me.
I don't socialize at all. In fact, this is the first time I've been out in a cafe like this for maybe since ever. It's lovely.
You've never been in a Starbucks before?
No, it's just amazing. The
if you were my woman, I'd take you to Starbucks all the time.
Oh, you really know how to make a gal feel really special.
Hey, I'm just telling it like it is. I'm an open book.
I feel really special.
Well, you are really special.
Alan, I feel safe when I'm with you, Alan.
Oh, that's all I want. That's all I want. If you were my lady, I can say with 100% certainty, and I've got a degree in statistics, so you can trust my word on this. 100% certainty, if you were my lady, I'd never fuck a horse. No chance of it.
I just have to correct your misapprehension.
Oh no, I ran the numbers in my head. It's like a calculator up there.
Jonathan swears he never did any.
I can't hear you. Sorry, it's loud. It's loud in this Starbucks.
I don't want to hurt my heart by saying this, but penetration.
Oh, penetration. That's why you're. Oh, he said there was no. Oh, right in the speech. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he was.
Lying?
Oh, let's just say. YouTube?
I do know.
You know YouTube, right?
I know of it, yes.
Yeah. It's not the only streaming video site on the internet, let's just say.
That I did not know.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of sites out there.
I really only go on the internet with Jonathan's supervision because you know how you know how I'm not very technical, so
He literally watches as he uses the internet.
well, we type together. It's one of our ways of togetherness.
You type together? How does that
Yes.
work?
It's
Like what?
kind of like two people playing a piano together. He takes QWERTY and I take the other side, PERTY.
Okay, so it's like
We meet in the
he's
middle
the
at the
left hand, you're the
Y.
right hand.
Yeah, we
Oh,
meet in the middle at the Y. It's fun.
yeah, that seems pretty difficult. Sounds pretty difficult. But if it works for you guys, but yeah, so he wouldn't have taken you to these sites. And on these sites, you know, I have people who work for me that know about these sites, and there are some other videos out there. Let's just say.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Was there
Sorry.
was there penetration?
I only heard the consonants. I couldn't hear that.
Was there penetration?
Oh, penetration. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All kinds.
Well then, fuck me.
I don't want to jump. I don't want to because that could be interpreted in multiple ways, and I don't want to misinterpret what you just said. Now, was that like an FML, like a fuck my life, or are you saying in that case you want me to
I've been lied to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Three times. 3 times.
Big times. 3 big times.
Oh, the first one was the initial lie, the life you've been leading, I guess. Is that
My
the
whole
first
life
lie?
that I was leading.
Right, so that's the first lie. Second lie.
For 19 wonderful years of blissful, absolutely blissful ignorance. And it was divine. It was marvelous.
So that was the first lie.
Yes.
To make sure I understand. Was the no penetration thing? Was that the second lie, or?
Yes.
Okay. And then what was the third lie? Is where I'm. What was the third? Was there a third lie, or was there?
I don't think Jonathan actually loves me anymore.
Oh, so that's okay. So it's speculation. So that's the third lie is speculation. Well, you gotta.
How could he behave this way?
That's a good point. That's a good point. How could he behave this way? Yeah, no, that fits in my head. I think he's probably incapable of love, honestly. You know.
And yet I was so happy with him for so long.
Or you thought you were. You thought you were so happy with him. You know.
My heart just hurts so much right now, but that may be because I had to say penetration so many times out loud that it just hurt.
I'm sorry, I don't want to be a jerk here, but you gotta speak up. It's a loud the ambient noise. That's what it is. You know, it's the ambient noise in these places. I love Starbucks. Don't get me wrong. It's just that everybody loves Starbucks, so everybody's here. You know, it's the town. It's the new town square of America.
I love the color palette. I've never quite seen anything so organic looking.
It's all thought out. It's all.
But if I have to say it one more time, I think I'll die. My heart will just break and I will die.
Okay, well, you got to decide whether you want me to fully understand what you're saying or whether you want to, just have me not really fully get what you're saying. So it's totally up to you.
Penetration!
You okay there? I'm gonna call an ambulance. Okay, I'm gonna call an ambulance.
Sir, this woman is dead. This woman is dead.
You checked her pulse and everything? You did all the emergency medical technician stuff? So
yes, she's 100% dead.
Now, I'm a statistician. So don't use a phrase like 100% as just like a metaphor or whatever. So you mean like zero.
She's a minimum of 97.75% dead.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's why, forgive me, but laymen shouldn't throw out around terms like 100%. without fully
I minored in applied mathematics.
minored. What was your major? What was your major? Medicine,
Social work.
pre-med, social work.
Social
Okay.
work and pre-med.
Social work. And
Dual
you
major.
you had a double major in social work and pre-med, and a
Yes.
minor in what do you say, applied mathematics?
Yes.
Okay. And you became an EMT. Let's, you know,
I'm well-rounded, and I have a heart of gold.
well, that was a great set of qualities. You're a good-looking fella too.
So are you, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm more of a behind-the-scenes guy, though. A guy like you, though, you should be in front of the scenes.
I've always been comfortable in front of people. That is true.
Have you? Have you? Public speaking not an issue for you?
Well, I belong to an amateur theater group, and I do get on stage from time
You
to
haven't
time.
done any of those like nudie shows, as Oh Calcutta or Hair or anything like that?
Seriously, I've kept my pants on my whole life because that's how I was brought up.
Oh, that's perfect. Old-fashioned values. I love that. Look, I'm going to ask you one more question. That's a pretty important question. And it's going to be pretty personal. I just need to know the answer to this before we go any further. You ever fucked a horse? Is that like a laugh like, it's funny that he asked that because I do that all the time, or it's funny that he asked that because it's, I never have done it?
I've done it.
Okay, well, it's nice meeting you. You take care of the body, right?
Yes. Yes, we will.
Okay.
And notify the next of kin, etc., etc.
Great. Oh, actually, why don't I be the one to tell her? Oh, she's the next of kin.
Yes.
So it wouldn't be her mother. It would be her. She'd have to.
Husband.
Okay.
If she's married, I see the wedding ring on her cold, dead finger.
Yeah. Well, let me let me give you my cell phone. I'll just I have his number here. But it is better that you talk to him. You're right. Here it is.
Okay. Okay.
Here you go.
Okay. Thank you. Hello?
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 Yes, this is Philip Sundberg of EMT.
Why are you calling? Are you calling on Alan's phone?
Your wife is dead.
Why are you calling on Alan's phone? Is this did you steal this phone from Alan?
We're at Starbucks, and he had your number in his phone instead of just talking back and forth. Your wife has died of a heart attack. She's dead. Actually, I know who she is now.
Okay, this is a prank call. This is why did you get Alan's phone?
No, it's not a prank call. You broke her heart. I recognize you now. Now I know who she is. I recognize your voice.
Can I ask you a question? How are you thinking of voting in the upcoming election?
Well, I just want to tell you one thing. As from one horse fucker to another, thank you for standing up for us.
I'm sorry, I've got to cut you off right there. You got to watch the speeches. So much gets revealed in them. You get a nugget of information, maybe on the internet or some wild speculation.
I saw the video, not the YouTube video, the other video.
Other video.
But I'm a horse fucker, so I'm just saying, in solidarity, I'm glad we're together on this. But your wife is dead, so you can come to the morgue and view the body and identify the body.
So my wife is dead.
Yes.
I'm
sorry to break it to you this harshly, but what can you really do?
So I guess I'm sort of a victim. Sort of a victim of horrible circumstance.
Well, I just see it going across the news tape in this Starbucks that your polling numbers are up through the roof in sympathy after your wife's passing. I guess the papers just picked up and the wire services just picked up this information.
Oh yeah, I was sending emails as we were talking.
Well, your poll numbers are through the roof, according to the news scroll in this Starbucks.
Well, God bless America. What did you say your name was, sir?
Philip Sundberg.
Well, Philip, thank you for your work. You're a great American. You can tell just over the phone.
I'm going to vote for you.
That's all I wanted to hear.
Good night.
Good night. How did he take it?
Frankly, his poll numbers are up, and I think that's key for him.
How much are they? Oh, on the TV.
Yeah, you can see it yourself.
Holy Jesus.
He's good. He's going to come out a winner from all this. I'm going to vote for him.
Hooray for horse fucking.
Exactly.
Blackout. Red out. Red out.
Red out. Red out.
Well, that was. I think we all learned a lot. In that.
I know I did. I had no idea of any of this.
I have to say, I think that's maybe the third improv scene I've done that involved horse fucking over the last 2 months. And at a certain point, it's not a coincidence. So.
I don't. This was my very first, and I'm glad I finally, got to experience what a horse fucking world and scene and improv set is all about. And
well, I'm glad to introduce you to that world.
I think
apparently it's a world I live in.
This is the important part. Is this was all totally consensual.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, the horse was the instigator. I felt like.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they can be flirty.
Don't get me started.
All right.
So that was We're Sheep Meadow. You can come see us live most Sundays. There's an altered version of Sheep Meadow this weekend when I'm still away.
Yes,
maybe?
it seems like at the moment that I'm doing 2-prov with Bardia, so that'll be, yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm jealous of Bardia. You should go check out that show at 9:30 p.m. in the basement of the Triple Crown Ale House in New York City. And I'll be back the week after that to kick Bardia out and retake my rightful place.
Okay, and you can like us on Facebook at Sheep Meadow Improv, and if you haven't liked E-MPROV on Facebook yet, it's E-MPROV, E-MPROV.
Yeah.
This is home to more and more amazing stuff with every passing week.
Absolutely. I'm in my parents' house right now, and my dad is giving me the cut sign. I don't know exactly why.
Pick up food.
Oh, we ordered Chinese food, and they need to exit the apartment, which goes through this area here, to pick it up. So that's a pretty good reason for ending the broadcast, I guess.
Well, bon appetit, bon appetit, and thank you, everyone, and nice seeing you, Morgan. Keep having good vacation.
Thank
Bye.
you. Take care.
Bye.